about you? I'm Hank. Welcome to Hamiltonville Farm. Today, we're building a lean-to. You can see I've got my trailer parked here. What we're going to do is we're going to attach the lean-to a ways up on the pole barn here, pull it out, put some posts on this side, fill this with gravel. You can see I've got the metal sitting on the ground there. And then yesterday I went and picked up a pallet rack system to store some implements on, and we're going to talk more about that later. So if I can get the material, if I can get the poles set and put the concrete in them today, then I'll finish it tomorrow or this weekend. But you don't care what day it is because you might be watching it on a Tuesday or a Thursday, so you could care less if I do it on the weekend, right?
Just as long as you watch.
Just as long as you watch, right? Which takes me to a good question. When do you guys subscribe to a channel? Do you subscribe to a channel like when someone says something funny, or when you realize you like the content? At the beginning of the video, in the middle of the video, at the end of the video? Just let me know in the comments below. Kind of doing an unscientific research here to see when people subscribe to channels. So I'm driving on the interstate. This happens. I didn't have the camera going, obviously, because this is how come you use safety chains, people. That's insane. Yeah, that is just nuts. So I got it all loaded up. I don't know if you can see that in the back, but it's $278 worth of wood for the lean-to. Maybe that'd keep the trailer from bouncing off going down the interstate, right? All right, let's go home. All right, back at the house. Got the supplies here. Made it back safe, right? So I need to take off the backhoe off Brutus, and I'll leave the pallet forks on there to move all the stuff, and then switch to the bucket to kind of swap some stuff around. They sell these aftermarket stuff to line up your gooseneck with, but I had this old, I don't know, road marker of some sort, and I just put it on the ball, line it up with the gooseneck, and it works great. It's going to be a really cool lean-to. I'm going to set tractor implements here. I'll use that pallet rack system that I bought that I showed you earlier. So I'm really looking forward to how this project's going to come out. You know, it's just simple. It just keeps the implements out of the weather, you know. So we were debating on if we're going to use this pole barn or the pole barn that we built over there. But we ended up choosing this because I've got a little more room to operate my tractor. Yeah, I've got these pallets here. These are some nice, you know, 4x4 heavy-duty pallets that I'll put my implements on. A couple of them will go on those racks, and a couple of them will go beside the racks. But I think that's like 22 feet, something like that. So let me go get Brutus, get this stuff moved. That's the next item. Then we're ready to dig some holes to set the post in, and that's all we'll get done for today. And then second half of this video will be completing the lean-to. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't subscribed already. At least give us a thumbs up. We'd appreciate it. All right. Before we make our first hole here, we've measured and we've made sure everything's square. But we think there's a water line that comes from this corner that feeds a water spigot that's over there in that yard. That's an old drain here. Remember that video that I did where I moved that shed? Well, that shed had a restroom in it, or a bathroom in it, and so that was the drain for that. But so I'm going to do the first one here by hand, and then the other two I'm going to do with the auger on the 3-point hitch. Now this is the part that I don't like at all, because we're trying to be real careful not to hit the water line. I don't want to create more work for myself. I've got to measure that hole now, because you ever seen that some people have these post hole diggers that's got the measurements or the ruler on the handles itself? I ain't that high speed. I got this old tape measure here. That's a 2-foot hole here. See that? 25 inches. So I need to go down another foot. I'm going to go 3 foot in this hole. So I'll go ahead and get another foot out of it. Now that we got the first hole dug, I don't want to do any more manual labor, right? So I'm going to get the post hole digger on the 3-point hitch to do the rest of them. We've made it in line with the wall. I'm going to put my 2x6 ledger across where the green corrugated plastic meets the metal. You notice there's a halogen floodlight there with a motion. That thing's been there for 100 years. So we're going to take it off and we're going to replace it with an LED light bulb. I'm not sure if that's where it's going to go, but we're going to put an LED motion sensor light on it. And I'm going to tell you about that light and how we got it here in just a second.
We're a little shy of 3 feet, so he's going to go just a little deeper.
got the 3 holes dug. I've got the 4x4 post, pressure treated post that we're going to put into the holes. See here, here, and there. And so we'll set them up, get them leveled up, plumbed up, and put some concrete in. Do you guys pour concrete in the holes? Because I've heard some people talk about how it will deteriorate or rot. Okay, if you do put concrete in your holes, do you add water? I used to not add water because I would let the earth do the watering for me because the ground is wet underneath the surface. But some people add water. So I don't know. What you guys tell me in the comments below whether or not you just pour a bag of concrete in there and call it good. I think it's perfect. Well, you know that Gina conveniently had an appointment this afternoon. You know, here it is, I'm all hot and sweaty, and she was like, oh, I got to go to an air-conditioned appointment somewhere. So, hey, well, we got these 3 posts set up, all nice and square. I used a string to kind of square it up with, and so you can see that they're square and plumb and all that good stuff. And then I'll put the ledger board up here, remove that light, put the LED light up that we were talking about earlier. And then the rest of it is just, you know, building the frame and putting the 2x4s up, putting the metal on it, and we're done. It's a pretty easy project. We had mentioned these halogen floodlights earlier in the video. I'm actually going to swap those out for some LED lights. So I'm going to tell you about the product I've got, and I'm going to tell you how to save some money on them. So these are my new lights. They're SGL LEDs from Sansi. You can reach them on Amazon or whatever, but I'm going to put a 20% off discount code in my description below. Let me tell y'all something right quick. We get a ton of emails every week about companies wanting us to pitch their product, and we're not a sales channel. We're not turning into a sales channel. Don't care to be a sales channel. However, I needed some LED lights, and this company said they'd send me some, right? And I said, well, I'd love to review your product if it's a good product, and there's another exception is you've got to provide a discount code to my viewers, because even though I'm getting this $35 light, at the company's expense, I want to pass that on to you guys with a 20% off discount code, so it kind of helps the viewers out as well. I'm not getting any commission from it, not getting any kickbacks from it, but they did provide me with the light and you with a 20% discount code, which I think is a pretty good deal. I'll tell you about the light. I'm going to put the light on, and then in a couple days as I finish the lean-to project, I'll be able to tell you the pros and cons of the light that we installed. So let's talk about the light real quick. Okay, it's 36 watt LED. I think it says equivalent to 250 watts. Let's unbox it here and see what it looks like. Again, they sell these on Amazon. With the link that I put down below, you'll get your 20% off. So let's take a look at the box. Got a motion activated security light, ceramic. Here, this is the user manual. This is a little congratulations for buying the product card. And then this is the light itself with the plate to go hook up all your electrical. All right, let's talk about the light. Let's take a look at it. It's a simple 3-wire design. It's got the range selector here. It's got the time selector here, and it's got the lux selector here, which tells you, from dusk to dawn type stuff. So this is what the back of it looks like here. It tells you that you can connect it to a wall. It's certified to standards. All that stuff that you expect to see, and it'll withstand dry conditions, damp conditions, and wet conditions. Again, it's an outside light, so we would hope so, right? This is the mode tab here. You've got your test mode, which I think is pretty cool, and then your auto mode, your one on time, and then your dusk to dawn feature on this sensor here. This is adjustable, and this is adjustable. The lights are actually 4 lights in each compartment or container. This all is adjustable here. This swivels and then easily mounts. So far the pro that I see is that it's super simple. If it's going to be 36 watt on LED capacity, it's going to be a bright light. Let's get this old light off now, put the new light on. The light itself does come with a weatherproof gasket and then a mounting bracket, and then of course all the appropriate hardware to go with it. So far, super simple. Tighten these down. Now all I got to do is wire it up, run the center screw through there, and we'll be good to go. All right, all we got to do now is tighten up this center screw, turn the switch on. Tighten it up so that you compress that gasket in the back to keep it, you know, waterproof. Something else I wanted to point out is they provide you with this little plastic cap to go in the center here. A little decorative piece, you know, pretty neat little touch. All right, let's see if it works. I will say this, super easy to put on, and if it don't work, it's probably my wiring. Yeah. All right, so here it is, and we're gonna adjust. You know, we'll make the settings how we make the settings, but let's see if we got power to it. All right, you ready? So I'm actually going to try both settings because it's going to be a couple days before I finish the lean-to. So I'll do dusted on one night, and then I'll do motion sensor one night, and I'll give you later on in the video, I'll tell you how they work. Again, with the 20% off discount code, you'll I think it's like 28 bucks. I can't remember, don't quote me on that, but somewhere in that, you know, low 30s, high 20s, somewhere around in there. SG LEDs, let's see if they work for the next couple of days. All right, so you can see the light on the corner there. Let's see how far it picks up before the motion sensor goes off. This is the motion sensor detection. So let's see. There it is. So I'm sure I've got some adjusting to do on the sensors. Maybe that sensor's pointed too far down. I need to point it out so it picks up range of motion a little further out, but pretty bright, huh? All right, this is the dusk to dawn setting, so you can see how dark it is here. So this is the light that it puts off. You can see the third pole over there. So this is the side of the lean-to. So maybe I will angle the light more this way so that it covers the whole lean-to, but it's plenty. It projects plenty out through here. It's really, really bright. And I will say, if you notice, see that water? We just had a really, really heavy rainstorm, like thunder and lightning and all that. The light is still working. Obviously made it through that particular storm. 20% off in the link below in the description. All right, we used the Branson to raise the 2x6s up. Now we got it all framed out here. All we're gonna do now is put the joist every 2 feet and then the purlins, and we'll be putting metal on it shortly. What you can do to, you can get your first rafter set up there, and then you can use that angle as a template, and then cut the rest of your boards, which is what we're gonna do now. Well, getting rained out. So we'll finish this job up after the rain. All right, we got the roof joist on, or ceiling joist, or rafters, whatever you guys call them. What do you call them on lean-to? I'm not even sure. Anyway, got those on. Now we'll add the 1x4 purlins across it. We'll do those 24 inches this way, left to right, and put the sheet metal on. We about to wrap this project up. This might be the only video that you ever see that I've changed shirts 19 times. Man, it's so doggone. We got rained on. We had a couple days off, and just the humidity's killing us. Now that we've got the joist run, I've got the purlins put up here, so we're good to go there. Let's see. I've spaced them 24 inches apart and just nailed them to the 2x4s. 2x4 or the joist we hung with joist hangers, you know, and cut them off there. But anyway, so math is not my best subject in school, right? And so I run out of 1x4s for purlins. And do y'all guys call them purlins? I think I already asked that in the video, but that was 2 days ago when I filmed that part. But anyway, do you guys call them purlins? Let me know in the comments below. If you like these kind of videos, hit that subscribe button. I got to run back to Lowe's or a lumber company of somewhere, pick up some more 1x4 so I can start throwing metal on this thing. And that's the last step, and we're done. Now I will say this, let me show you this metal. You can see, look at see that right there? So I've got what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put all the straight edges on against the pole barn, and then all these rough edges here, that will be the side that goes, you know, on the outside of the pole barn for the edge, the drip edge. And so what I'll do is I'll pop a line across there, I think they call them a nibbler or something, and get that edge straight, and then I'll be done. All right, I got the first piece of metal off there. And then what I've done is I put it on my pallet forks, and I've just thrown it up here, and I did that by myself. So sorry I didn't get any sorry I didn't get any footage of the Branson picking up but I put it on the pallet forks, fed it up here. So what I'll do now is I'll take these self-drilling roofing screws, 2-inch, and I will put those there. Remember I talked about earlier in the video popping that chalk line? I'll pop it on top of that and get rid of those nasty edges and leave it up there. Okay, let's finish this project up. We're almost done. So finally got all the metal put up. Used Brutus, my Branson, to lift it up with, and we got it done. So this project is complete. Go check out those lights, save yourself 20%, and click on this little white circle to subscribe. Click on this video to watch how we built a pole barn on our property, a big pole barn. Okay, you guys take care. We'll catch you on the next one. God bless.